What if I told you that your life after 70 isn't just about luck or genetics? Picture this. Elizabeth at 82 still teaches dance classes. David at 90 mentors young entrepreneurs. Sarah at 75 leads hiking groups. These aren't rare exceptions. They represent a powerful truth backed by science. Your longevity blueprints are hidden in 6 clear signs that you can read today. In this eye-opening journey, you'll discover how these everyday indicators predict not just how long you might live, but how vibrantly you can thrive in your golden years. From Harvard studies to real-life success stories, we're about to unlock secrets that could add quality years to your life. Share your city in the comments. Let's build a community of vibrant seniors across America. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more life-changing insights. Among these 6 vital signs, one stands out as the foundation for all others: your sense of purpose. Like a warm morning sunlight, it's what gets you out of bed each day, eager to embrace what lies ahead after 70. 1. Sense of purpose. Purpose isn't about grand achievements or changing the world. It's about finding meaning in your daily life, those simple moments that make you smile, that give your days direction and your heart contentment. Meet Alice Cooper, a 78-year-old grandmother from suburban Denver. 5 years ago, after retiring from her local library, she felt adrift. The days felt empty, she recalls with a gentle smile. I missed the children who used to come for story time, their excited faces when discovering new books. Instead of letting that emptiness persist, Alice found her purpose in an unexpected place: her kitchen. 3 mornings a week, she bakes cookies for her neighborhood elementary school's after-school program. It started with just a dozen cookies for my granddaughter's class, she shares, kneading dough with practiced hands. Now I bake for 60 kids. Each batch comes with a handwritten story I create, just like I used to share at the library. The children have nicknamed her Grandma's Story Cookie, and their thank you notes cover her refrigerator. The Stanford Center on Longevity's 2024 research confirms what Alice discovered naturally. Their study of 2,000 adults over 70 found that those with regular, purposeful activities lived an average of 7.5 years longer than their peers. More importantly, they reported 62% higher rates of daily satisfaction. Dr. Lisa Martinez explains. Purpose doesn't need to be profound. Simple, consistent activities that give us a reason to engage with others can significantly impact longevity. Alice's kitchen routine involves more than baking. She teaches interested parents traditional recipes, shares stories with the children, and recently started a monthly Cookie Story Club where seniors and kids gather to bake, share tales, and bridge generations. Some days my arthritis makes kneading tough, she admits. But knowing those children are waiting for their stories and cookies, that's better than any medicine. The beauty of purpose lies in its simplicity. For Alice, it's baking and storytelling. For others, it might be tending a small garden, walking neighbors' dogs, or teaching a grandchild to play chess. Her friend Tom, at 82, finds purpose in fixing old bikes for local kids. Sarah, 75, helps new immigrants practice English over weekly coffee. Today, Alice doesn't just bake cookies. She creates connections, preserves traditions, and sprinkles joy in her community. You don't need to change the world, she says, pulling another perfect batch from the oven. Sometimes all it takes is making one person smile each day. Remember, your purpose might be quietly waiting in the simple things you already love to do. It's not about the size of your impact, but the love you pour into it. That's the secret ingredient to a longer, richer life after 70. While purpose gives life its meaning, physical mobility gives you the freedom to pursue it. Let's explore how staying active shapes your longevity story. 2. Physical mobility. Physical mobility isn't about running marathons or matching your younger self's pace. It's about maintaining the freedom to move through life on your own terms. For many seniors, this independence is the golden key to a longer, more fulfilling life. Meet Helen Garcia, 76, from suburban Portland. You'll find her every morning at 7:30, not at a gym, but walking her usual route through the neighborhood. I used to think I was too old for exercise, she says, adjusting her comfortable walking shoes. Then my doctor told me something that changed everything. Motion is lotion for aging joints. 3 years ago, Helen struggled to climb her porch steps without catching her breath. Today, she walks 2 miles daily, tends her small vegetable garden, and plays with her great-grandchildren without fatigue. Her secret? Consistency over intensity, she says with a knowing smile. I never push too hard, but I never skip a day. A 2024 Johns Hopkins study validates Helen's approach. Following 3,000 adults over 70, researchers found that those maintaining regular moderate movement lived an average of 6.3 years longer than their sedentary peers. More significantly, they maintained independence in daily activities 40% longer. Dr. James Chen notes, "We're not talking about strenuous exercise. Simple walking, stretching, and basic strength movements can dramatically impact longevity." Helen's approach to daily movement flows naturally through her day. Each morning begins with a walk alongside her neighbor Jane, sharing news and laughter as they circle the neighborhood. Afternoons find her in her small garden, where bending to tend her tomatoes becomes natural strength training. While watching evening news, she gently stretches in her favorite chair. Instead of viewing movement as exercise, she sees it as part of living, taking stairs when possible, standing during TV commercials, walking to the mailbox instead of driving. The hardest part was starting, Helen admits. But once I felt the difference, sleeping better, fewer aches, more energy, there was no going back. Her simple routine inspired 6 other seniors in her building to join her morning walks, creating what they joyfully call the Sunrise Striders. Today, Helen doesn't just move better, she lives better. Last week, she danced at her granddaughter's wedding. 5 years ago, I would have watched from my chair. Now, I can't imagine sitting life out. Remember, physical mobility is your ticket to independence. It's not about dramatic transformations or challenging workouts. Start where you are, move consistently, and celebrate each small victory. Your body will thank you with years of active, independent living. While physical mobility keeps your body active, independence in daily tasks maintains your dignity and zest for life. This quiet yet powerful sign tells us volumes about longevity after 70. 3. Independence in daily tasks. Independence in daily living isn't about doing everything alone. It's about maintaining control over the simple rhythms of your day. These ordinary moments, from making your morning coffee to managing your medications, create the foundation for a longer, more fulfilling life. Meet Robert Chen, 83, who lives alone in his cozy Minneapolis apartment. After his wife passed away 4 years ago, his children suggested moving him to assisted living. Instead, Robert chose a different path. "I knew staying independent meant staying alive," he says, expertly chopping vegetables for his dinner. "So I adapted." Robert's apartment tells his story of thoughtful independence. His morning routine starts with making his bed, a habit from his 40 years as a high school teacher. He prepares simple but nutritious meals using modified kitchen tools with better grips. A whiteboard in his kitchen tracks his medications and appointments. Everything has its place, carefully organized for easy access. The National Institute on Aging's 2024 research supports Robert's approach. Their study of 2,500 seniors found that those maintaining independence in daily tasks lived an average of 5.7 years longer than those requiring regular assistance. Dr. Maria Santos explains, "It's not just about physical capability. The psychological benefits of maintaining autonomy significantly impact overall health and longevity." Robert's independence comes from small, smart adjustments. He rearranged his kitchen to avoid high reaches, installed better lighting throughout his apartment, and uses a tablet for grocery delivery during bad weather. Technology helps, he says, showing his medication reminder app. But it's really about finding your own way to do things. His neighbor Martha, 79, inspired by Robert's example, created her own system of independence. They now share tips over weekly dinners they take turns cooking. We help each other stay independent, Robert explains. Sometimes independence means knowing when to accept a hand or offer one. Today, Robert not only manages his daily tasks, but thrives in his routine. Last month, he taught his grandson to make his signature dumplings. Independence isn't about isolation, he reflects. It's about choosing how you live each day. Remember, independence in daily tasks is built on small victories and smart adaptations. It's not about refusing help, but finding ways to maintain control over your daily life. This delicate balance of self-reliance and community support could add precious years to your life. While independence gives us strength, it's our social connections that give life its flavor. This fourth sign of longevity shows us how relationships weave the fabric of a longer, richer life. 4. Social connections. Social connections aren't about having hundreds of friends or a packed social calendar. They're about those genuine interactions that make your heart feel warm and your days feel meaningful. In the journey past 70, these bonds become as essential as any vitamin or exercise. Meet Rose Martinez, 77, who transformed her quiet suburban Philadelphia life through what she calls her Thursday tradition. Every Thursday afternoon, her modest living room becomes a hub of laughter and conversation. It started so simply, she explains, serving her signature chamomile tea. I invited 2 neighbors over after noticing we were all getting our mail at the same time. From that small beginning 2 years ago, Rose's Thursday gatherings have naturally grown to include 8 regulars, ranging in age from 68 to 92. They share stories, swap recipes, and support each other through life's ups and downs. We're not just friends, Rose says warmly. We're each other's lifeline. The NIH's 2024 research powerfully confirms the impact of such connections. Their comprehensive study of 3,200 seniors revealed that those with regular social interactions lived an average of 4.8 years longer than socially isolated peers. More striking, they showed 45% lower rates of depression and anxiety. Dr. William Park explains, social connections actually trigger positive biological responses, strengthening immune function and reducing inflammation. Rose's approach to maintaining connections is beautifully simple. Beyond her Thursday gatherings, she chats with her granddaughter via video call every Sunday, exchanges daily good morning texts with her walking partner, and participates in her local library's monthly book discussion. It's not about being busy all the time, she explains. It's about having meaningful moments to look forward to. When one of their group fell ill last winter, Rose's Thursday Circle organized a schedule to deliver meals and provide company. That's when I realized, she reflects, we weren't just socializing, we were surviving together. Today, Rose's social web continues to grow organically. Last month, they welcomed a newly widowed neighbor, showing how these connections naturally expand to embrace those who need them most. In the end, Rose says, stirring her tea thoughtfully, it's not about how many friends you have. It's about having people who make you feel truly seen and heard. Remember, social connections are the threads that weave a longer, healthier life. Start small, stay consistent, and watch how genuine relationships naturally blossom into a support system that adds both years to your life and life to your years. While social connections nurture our hearts, emotional resilience fortifies our spirit. This vital sign might be invisible, but its impact on longevity is profound. 5. Emotional resilience. Emotional resilience isn't about being unshakable or never feeling down. It's about finding your way back to steady ground when life tests your strength. For those navigating life after 70, this inner fortitude becomes a critical predictor of not just survival, but thriving. Meet Frances Wheeler, 75, whose quiet strength illuminates this truth. 3 years ago, her retirement townhouse in suburban Chicago was severely damaged by flooding, forcing her to temporarily move in with her daughter's family. "I lost photo albums, furniture, everything that felt like home," she recalls, her voice steady despite the memory. "But I refused to lose my spirit." Instead of letting the disaster define her, Frances turned her situation into an opportunity. During her 6 months with family, she started journaling and joined a senior meditation group at the local community center. She discovered that helping her grandchildren with homework gave her a sense of purpose during displacement. "The flood took my possessions," she says, "but it gave me something unexpected. It showed me how adaptable I could be." A 2024 Harvard Medical School study validates Frances's experience. Researching 1,800 adults over 70, they found that those demonstrating high emotional resilience lived an average of 5.2 years longer than peers who struggled to cope with adversity. More remarkably, they showed 38% lower rates of stress-related health issues. Dr. Rachel Kim notes, "Emotional resilience acts like a psychological immune system, protecting both mental and physical health during challenging times." Frances developed what she calls her bounce-back toolkit. When feeling overwhelmed, she takes a 10-minute walk around her newly restored home. She maintains a gratitude practice, writing down 3 good moments each evening, no matter how small. Most importantly, she's learned to reach out to friends instead of withdrawing when times get tough. Last week, she shares with a gentle smile, "My dishwasher flooded the kitchen. 3 years ago, that might have sent me into a panic. Instead, I called my neighbor, we mopped it up together, and ended up sharing coffee and laughs about life's unpredictability." Today, Frances not only copes with challenges, she helps others find their resilience. At her meditation group, she often reminds newcomers, "We can't control what happens to us, but we can choose how we carry it." Remember, emotional resilience isn't about avoiding life's storms. It's about learning to weather them with grace. Through small daily practices and the willingness to lean on others, you build an inner strength that not only lengthens your life, but enriches every day of it. As Frances shows us, it's never too late to strengthen this vital muscle of the heart. Beyond emotional resilience lies another key indicator of longevity: mental sharpness. Like a well-tended garden, your mind needs daily nurturing to stay vibrant after 70. 6. Mental sharpness. Mental sharpness isn't about competing with younger minds or solving complex puzzles. It's about keeping your brain engaged in ways that bring you joy and maintain your cognitive vitality. Meet Ruth Goldman, 81, a former bookkeeper from Boston who discovered that mental fitness can start with simple daily habits. "Everyone talks about crosswords," she says with a smile, shuffling a deck of cards at her kitchen table. "But I found my brain gym and playing gin rummy with neighbors 3 times a week." Ruth's approach to mental fitness weaves naturally through her day. She reads the morning paper, discusses current events with her coffee group, and helps her granddaughter practice multiplication tables via video chat. "It's not about being the smartest," she explains. "It's about staying curious and connected." Mayo Clinic's 2024 research supports Ruth's intuitive approach. Their study of 2,200 seniors revealed that those maintaining regular mental engagement showed 42% lower rates of cognitive decline. Dr. Michael Lee explains, "The key isn't completing brain training apps. It's about varied, enjoyable activities that challenge different cognitive skills." When Ruth noticed her friends struggling with memory issues, they started a weekly Remember When session, sharing stories from their past. "We laugh, we cry, we keep our memories alive," she says. "That's better than any brain puzzle." Remember, mental sharpness comes from engaging with life, not just exercises designed for the brain. Whether it's playing cards, sharing stories, or learning something new, find activities that light up your mind while lighting up your day. Your brain, like Ruth's, will thank you with years of clear, vibrant thinking. These 6 vital signs paint a clear picture of thriving after 70, but they share one beautiful truth. Living longer isn't just about adding years, it's about filling those years with purpose, movement, connection, and joy. From Helen's morning walks to Rose's Thursday gatherings, from Ruth's card games to Frances's resilience, we see that longevity's secrets lie in life's simple pleasures and daily choices. Your journey past 70 isn't written in stone. It's written by the small decisions you make each day. Start with one sign that speaks to you, take that first step, and watch how naturally the others follow. After all, the best time to plant the seeds of a longer, richer life is always today. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Which sign will you focus on first? Don't forget to subscribe for more insights into living your best life at any age.